is WWE starting to downgrade before our eyes? Because the more and more I watch the product, the more I realize that the product is just deteriorating and there are storylines that we don't care about and we gotta wait till certain people come back to make these storylines more important again. It's just becoming the same reoccurring thing. People are getting injured. There are people getting involved in matches that it just doesn't make sense. People are getting unnecessary title reigns. People are being badly booked. It's just stuff isn't really how it used to be. It never was. It's not like the days where Roman Reigns was giving us bits and pieces about like his relationship with Jey Uso. Jey Uso just kind of not trying to fall into Roman Reigns' trap, and then he eventually ends up falling into this trap. It was such a compelling storyline in the beginning of that even my sister, who's not even a fan of wrestling at all, was interested in this. And like, she was more interested than me, like giving theories about it and shit. Like, she was basically me in 2020 without making videos. That's how interesting that storyline was. And my sister, well, she knows of wrestling, but she doesn't really see like what I see about wrestling. She doesn't have the passion that I have about it. So it's like, if you can get somebody like that to be interested in a storyline like that wasn't like the beginning stages of the bloodline with just Roman and Jey, then something is being done right. And it also isn't really like the days where, Shane McMahon was the commissioner and Daniel Bryan was, the general manager, and they were just cooking up bangers every single week with the likes of Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles in his prime, Jinder Mahal even, Randy Orton back then, and Bray Wyatt. Like, there was just a lot of people that, they had that spark back then, and they had more of that passion. Well, I can speak just from being just a kid enjoying the show and not being like the adult that I am today, absorbing it and just, being some type of historian or connoisseur of the sport because I watched it for so long. It just doesn't hit the same way that it would do back then. And I get it though. Like, it's not gonna hit for you as an adult, considering that everything is kind of staged and everything is kind of just put into places for a reason. And that stuff back then, like, you didn't really know any better and stuff like that. So I would get how you would see it that way. But at the same time, that still doesn't give an excuse to give bad booking to the people who actually enjoy your sport and observe it and want the better for it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know whether to make this video on SmackDown or Raw, because both the shows are just like, it's not really my style anymore. The only reason that I'm really like fixated on WWE right now is because of John Cena's retirement tour, and John Cena retires next month. So I don't know where this channel is gonna be at by the next 3 months after, but we are gonna figure something out anyway because YouTube is my home and I want to keep uploading on here. So I guess we'll figure out what we do from there. But if we're back to the original point, like, I didn't know about Raw or SmackDown, especially SmackDown. I really wanted to fixate on SmackDown because I saw the viewership stuff. That right there just, it solidified everything that I've been saying, that the IWC has been saying. Like, everybody has been saying this, but it's been ignored for the longest time because it's WWE, they're gonna get viewers anyway. But at the same time, like, there was a certain SmackDown, I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago, it hit its lowest viewership ever. Like, I don't even think that they beat AEW in the ratings that week. Like it was just so undeniably deteriorating. Like, it was just so bad, and I've never seen anything like it. WWE has always been the most popular show, but to get that viewership, which is not a bad viewership, but for a company like WWE, like, that is pretty bad numbers. But still, like, it is very just egregious to see. Like, what happened to like the matches such as, the TLC match, which is like one of the only 4 or 5 star matches in WWE. What happened to main events like that? Like, y'all got Cody Rhodes, wrestling Aleister Black, which is good for him. And it's just like, it doesn't hit the same way as like, Carmelo Hayes fighting him, being a first round draft pick. And it really doesn't add up the way it should because it was just random. Now, I understand Cody Rhodes is trying to find out what's next, But at the same time, if we're gonna give Aleister Black a push for like a main title, it shouldn't be something that's just random and something that's just like, okay, let's just put him in this match and have him have a no contest or lose this match. Like, no. He should definitely be in the world title picture because he's world championship material. I'm not saying do it like early, but at the same time, it's just like Aleister Black is a formidable opponent for somebody like Cody Rhodes. So especially with their history in AEW, I know y'all know the stuff with Aleister Black and like Cody and AEW. They had a whole rivalry, and so if we being real, let that cook up, let that sink in. That's gonna be something that people look at and be like, man, bro, like I wonder how WWE can do that a lot better, because they can in many, many ways. And WWE has also made it clear that they don't really listen to people like on the internet, considering it's not real life, and they don't really care. They care about the opinions of the WWE universe, which, let's be quite honest, the WWE universe doesn't always know what they want. Let's be for real. Like, certain people cheered Roman Reigns back then, certain people booed him. Certain people would boo Seth Rollins even though they sung his song like 15 minutes before. They boo Dominic Mysterio when he's in the ring with his father, but they cheer him when he like cheats to win a match. Like, they don't know what's good for them. They're very fickle, and they only care about their favorites winning, because that's how it works. Like, the people of the IWC, which I'm not going to defend them all the time, they argue about stupid shit all the time. But then again, it's like, you have to think about, people are saying this stuff about your product because they want the best for the product. It's not because they want to see it downgrade, they want to be in control of things, or they want to just see this person win. Like, no. They see this person, they say, hey, this person doesn't get enough opportunities as this person, like a Jey Uso, and they, they deserve this opportunity. Which, like I said, there's nothing that the IWC can say to make me hate Jey Uso. Like, I think Jey Uso deserves all of his success that he's had. I think that, he doesn't really deserve as much hate as he gets, because I know he's a hard worker, and I know that he's done a lot for the product over the years. And, I'm not against Jey Uso. Do I think he's a bit over pushed over a lot of other, like, more worthy talent? Yes. But the hate that he deserves, he really does not deserve that. Now, speaking of the talent situation, I had watched a video from Kofi Kingston like a few months back. It was about Joaquin Wilde and Del Toro. And that promo consisted of him talking about, how Joaquin Wilde is lazy and how he's a background piece, which is some heel stuff that he was talking, but it was under some truths. He was saying a lot of truths in that video, which he said that if you want to climb the ranks in WWE, it has to be in a place from within. It has to be, from your hard work within. Like, you can't just rely on opportunities that are given to you, because at the end of the day, opportunities don't just grow on trees. Like, you can't just rely on apples growing on trees your whole time living. Like, you can't do that. And that's basically what Kofi was saying all video. You have to take risks. You have to have a mindset to know that, like, wrestling, like, WWE is a business, and you have to bring some sort of value to it aside from them handing you and paying you and giving you all these opportunities. Like, no, you have to be over with, well, not all the time if you're a heel, but the thing is, it's like, you have to sell, you have to take advantage of what's in your control, you have to do things that are out of the ordinary for you to climb the ranks, because, if you're not doing that, then at that point you're just making excuses. But what is SmackDown kind of just doing now? I mean, they got Ilya Dragunov carrying the show with his open challenges for the US title every week, with him challenging the likes of Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black, potentially champion in the future. Like, he's gonna do great things. He's an awesome wrestler. Everybody that he's facing is an awesome wrestler. He's putting on bangers every week. Like, and he's gonna prosper. So him doing that, like, he's gonna prosper. But on Raw, on the other hand, they only have something going for them is because of, like, the vision and just that Last Time Is Now tournament, which for some reason they got Jey Uso in that, which That's one thing I don't agree with, but I still love Jey Uso. And I feel like the selection of people in this tournament is kind of just sketchy, but I'm not here to complain. I can't wait to the retirement day. I can't wait to the retirement match with John Cena, bro. It's going to be a banger. But my whole take on the WWE thing is that, you know, one, they need to let talent know that if they want to climb the ranks, they need to do something. A lot of things are just in their control, and they can't just sit there and be complacent and wait for opportunities. Two, you know what I'm saying, they should have better people writing the shows and take more consideration to people online, because the IWC, they can get annoying, but they have great ideas. Three, just be open-minded. Like, that's really all we ask for. Be open-minded to all opportunities. Don't just sit there and rely on this wrestler to come back to cook up a storyline. Like, they're waiting for Liv Morgan to come back for the Judgment Day to implode. Like, that's just not how it goes. Like, when she comes back, that's going to cook up the storyline even more to see what side she's going to be on. Either she's a heel or a face. But don't just, like, be open-minded to all decisions and just look at things for the better. That's only 3 things. And I'll talk about this subject another day. But then again, it's just like, if they do those 3 things alone, watch the product change for the better. That's just my opinion. But let me know what y'all think about this video, man. Like, I just had to get some certain stuff out. I'll talk about this stuff later, depending on how the brand is coming in next year. Yeah, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.